Hi everyone, so this is my second time trying to make this video. The first time I tried, um, the speakers were messed up. Anyways, so basically in this video I'm going to talk about my clinical year experience so far. So I started my clinical year already, um, which is basically starting your rotation. So I finished my didactic year and now you get a year of clinicals before you graduate. So far I've done my internal medicine rotation and I'm doing my OBGYN rotation right now. I'm just going to talk about my experience in internal medicine first. So the first thing I want to say is that I didn't like internal medicine. Um, Everybody is different, everybody has different experiences. I just personally don't like it, and I doubt I'll be an internal medicine PA when I graduate. Um, and I've met a lot of people that love internal medicine, and that's what they want to do. And I guess, and you can't really judge my experience based on how your experience is going to be, or just because I don't like it, you might not like it. You can't really do that. You have to experience things yourself, and everyone likes different things. I'm more of a hands-on person, and I feel like internal medicine is majority of paperwork, and you don't really get that one-on-one patient contact. Like I guess when I did my rotation, like you do rounds in the morning, and then you do the rounds with the attending, and after the rounds, like basically for each patient, the doctor don't even really um, stay with the patients that long. They just go in, look at the patient, see how they're doing. Then it's basically mostly paperwork, and that's just not for me. I just don't personally like that. You're around the computer majority of the time instead of interacting with the patients or doing anything. And the hospital that I was at least, this is what's happened. And when you, I guess if you need anything like blood drawn or anything, they basically did a lot of consults. So they'll consult pulmonologists or um, ortho or cardio, basically a whole bunch of consults they send for. So you're not really doing a lot of stuff by yourself, since there's a whole bunch of departments, and they're basically have more experiences in certain fields. So you're basically doing a lot of consults and doing majority of paperwork, and I don't like that. So that's just not for me. Um, and then I think, and also, um, like the hospital was fine. I loved the people there. It was, great. I just didn't like internal medicine. And like another person in my class, they did internal medicine at another hospital and they loved it, but they just like that type of stuff. It's just basically not for me. And then I've met other PA students, and they said that they had a clinic. So I guess they went to the hospital and they did inpatient and outpatient in the clinic. So the hospital that I was at, there was no clinic for internal medicine. It was just all inpatient. So yeah. Um, so next, my OBGYN rotation. I definitely like it 10 times better than internal medicine. Um, I don't see myself, being an OBGYN PA, but um, I definitely do love it. And I like it way more than internal medicine. So, and it's just my second rotation, so I still have a lot more rotations to go. Um, so basically, with my OBGYN rotation, you have clinic. So you're either so basically there's a schedule. So you have clinic on most days, and then on other days you can have a labor, you're going to be in labor and delivery, which is in the hospital. And clinic is basically not in the hospital, it's outpatient outside the hospital. Or you can have labor and delivery in OR. So you'll basically be on the labor and delivery floor or in the OR, assisting the attending, or you're on call. And usually when you're on call, you'll do the clinic in the mornings, and then you leave clinic, come to the hospital, and then you go to the labor and delivery floor, and then you're basically on call there. And that's is basically a 24-hour thing. Um, so I guess in I guess the most exciting thing that I've done in OBGYN was like assistant. I was first assist in with an attending in his surgeries, and it was great. And it basically reaffirmed um, that I definitely want to do surgery, and I definitely want to specialize. I'm more of a hands-on person. I love to cook. I love to sew. You know, I basically love to do everything things with my hand because I'm very crafty, and that's just me. I'm just that type of person. So since I was younger, I always wanted to either be a plastic surgeon. So I might go into plastics, who knows? But I always wanted to do surgery since I was younger. So I'll probably do something with surgery. I'm also interested in cardiothoracic surgery, but I don't do that on my rotation. So but basically, what I'm trying to get to is that I want to do surgery. Yeah. So I basically, sorry for backtracking. So I was his first assist during his surgeries. I did 3 procedures with him, and there's no residents at that hospital, OBGYN residents, so that I was able to be the first assist, which was awesome. And I basically got to do a lot, and I basically loved my experience doing that. I haven't gotten to see any vaginal deliveries yet, but I did assist during a C-section, which was also awesome. But I strongly advocate for vaginal deliveries over getting a C-section because it's better for your body, is more natural, and is less I guess it's better for you to do it naturally than to cut somebody open, and then there's more chances for infection, bleeding, or a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah. So my next rotation after this is SICU, which is a surgical intensive care unit. Then after that, it's my elective, which I chose GI, since it's the majority of the topic on the PANCE, and my end of rotation exams. And after that, I have geriatrics. Then after that, I have psychiatry. So basically, the core test that you are tested on in PA school when you go to your rotations, when you start your clinical year, is OBGYN, psychiatry, primary care, or family medicine, same thing, internal medicine, emergency medicine, surgery, and there's one more. Surgery and pediatrics. Yes. So those are the 7 core topics that you're tested on for your end of rotation exams. So when you have those rotations, then after each rotation, then you're going to take an exam, and it's basically a national exam that the PAEA makes. And yeah. So basically for my rotations, we have 10 rotations in total, those 7 that I told you, and we have a block which consists of SICU, your elective, and geriatrics. So for the core rotation, which is the 7 rotations that I told you about, Those are 6 weeks long. And after the 6 weeks, then you take your end of rotation exams. And then for the blocks now, they're 4 weeks long, and there's no exams during your block. But you can't really judge just because my school you get 10 rotations in total, and then the core rotations are 6 weeks long, and then the blocks are 4 weeks long. Other PA programs, they have different amount of weeks for their rotations, and they might not have the same rotations. They have the same 7 core rotations, but they might not for the block where I have geriatrics, my elective, and SICU. They might have something else. It might be more or less. I don't know. And there's some schools their rotations might be 8 weeks long for their core elective for their core rotations. Each school is different. Some school is 4 weeks, some school is 5 weeks. So yeah, you have to basically look into each program to see how long their rotations are. But yeah, so basically I'm looking forward to my other rotations. I'm looking forward to finishing OBGYN and passing my end of rotation exams. It's definitely hard. So I suggest that you study a lot if you are, in your clinical year or about to be in your clinical year. My best advice about the exams and how to study is go to I think it's the PAEA website, I think, and they have the blueprint for each rotation. So if you look at the blueprint for, let's say, internal medicine, then you print that out and it tells you what percentage of each topic is covered on that internal medicine exam. Like the topmost for internal medicine is cardiology, gastroenterology, pulmonary, and I forgot the other. But anyways, that's the main 3 that's on the exam. So basically, let's say if you didn't pass those main 3 in each section, then you might not pass the end of rotation exam, because it's majority of your questions are going to come from that. So basically, look at the blueprint and study that way. So the topics that's tested more on for each exam, you're basically going to try to cover everything in that topic. So along with the blueprint, they have a list of diseases that you should cover, and also study all those diseases. So the blueprint is your best friend, and also do as many questions as you can from whatever sources that you have. Questions are, your best friend as well. So you just want to try to do as many things as you can do to pass each exam, and you'll pass definitely. But yeah. But if you have any questions, if you want me to discuss any other topic or anything, just let me know and I'll make a video about it. If you want to email me personally, my email is linked below, so you can do that. But I'm here to help anyone out that needs my help. And let me know. And let me know what you want to see in the next video. Alright, thanks. Bye.